Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing a Q&A type of video. I asked on my Instagram, which is Livingdeadgirl with 2 L's at the end. If you don't follow me, then feel free. But I did ask my followers to ask me questions, and boy, did they ever. Honestly, these are the coolest questions ever. Oh man. A huge reason why I don't really like tags is that they are usually the most boring questions in the world, and it just pains me to sit there and answer the same stupid questions over and over. So, bam! I have a bunch of questions written out here for you guys that you guys asked me, so I better just get going, otherwise I'm just gonna friggin' talk for a billion years. Oh god, this is so long! Shit, sorry. First question is, if you were in a punk band, what would it be called? And actually, Justin all the time talks about, wanting to start up a band, and he's very often said that he would call it Hobody's Nerfect, because I introduced him to that quote a long time ago. It's actually a tattoo on a character that I really like in Metalocalypse. It is Murderface. He has that tattooed to the top of his big beer belly, is Hobody's Nerfect, and I feel like if I was to ever join a band, it would probably be with him, so that would probably be our name. Who is my favorite Ninja Turtle? Michelangelo all the way. Oh yeah, definitely Michelangelo. He was my favorite because he was like the party dude, and he was always like super like silly and goofy all the time. And do I have a P.O. box or somewhere that I can send stuff to? Well, I don't have a P.O. box. I've thought about starting one, but the idea of you guys sending me things in the mail, or like possibly like spending money on me for something that isn't important, really kind of makes me feel weird, and I'm really not sure. I've seen a lot of Graveyard Girls like unboxing videos, and she has like, obviously I realize it wouldn't be the same deal, but she has like boxes and boxes of stuff, of things that people have like sent her, and I'm like, that just scares me. I don't know. Okay, maybe let me know if there's an interest, and I might open one. I'm not too sure yet. What are your thoughts on religion, or are you spiritually enlightened? I'm not personally invested in any spiritual entities or gods per se. I don't personally have that. I actually find my life a lot more open and exciting because I don't. My mom never forced us into anything. She said to figure out everything for yourself, and if you find something of religion that you would like, then go for it. But so far I'm not really attached to anyone else's beliefs. I just kind of have my own moral guidelines that I stick to, and I think that's good enough. I'm honestly not too concerned what happens after I die, and I'm not too concerned about why we're on the earth. I'm just making the best of the time that I have here. Same person asked, do you know about the government and the crappy system, and that we are being taken over by bank owners without realizing it? So for the first part of the question, yes, very much so. There is so many things in this world that I find off, or that whoever decided that this is the way of our world, stupid. The idea of government and there being, smarter people who decide everything for us and decide what we are and aren't allowed to morally do, and the fact that religion is squished in there somehow, does make me kind of mad, and I don't have a solution for it. I won't lie to you. I don't know what would be a better system than the government that, America and Canada have, but I am aware of how absolutely screwed up it is. As far as being taken over by bank owners, I'm not too knowledgeable on that fact of the world. My bank never really has a lot of money in it, so them taking over me isn't really happening. So, maybe when I'm making millions of dollars, which, we all hope to do, maybe then I'll realize banking being a worse system than it is. But for now, I just put my checks in, spend it all, boom, done, empty. Alright, next person would like to see some childhood photos, so okay, sure, I'll just insert a couple really quick right here. Has your style always been the way it is? Did you dress differently as a child? And I think I've gone through a big evolution of fashion for sure. When I was a kid, I definitely did dress differently than the rest of the kids. I used to have some pretty funky outfits. I had like these burgundy bell bottoms, like from the knee they went like out, and then I would wear like a jean direct like skirt over top of it, and that was like my favorite outfit when I was like really young, and it was very out there for that time. I also had this huge like fuzzy jacket that was like a trench coat, but it was like blue and white like fuzzes off everywhere, and everyone hated it, but I loved it, and I don't know where I got it, but I have been seeing a few of them popping up here and there, like in online stores, which is so cool. It's like I am almost tempted to get another one, but I'm pretty sure Justin would never be seen in public with me wearing that thing. But then I kind of went through a phase of jeans and t-shirts through my, like junior high, right into high school. I kind of fell off of like weird outfits. I just, we all hit that stage of puberty where we're like, oh, everyone's judging me. Ugh. So you just wear whatever, and I would just wear band t-shirts and jeans. And then I think I started dabbling back into stranger fashion in my 20s, I guess. Probably when I was like 20, yeah. So what are your thoughts on the supernatural, ghosts, spirits, and demons? Have you ever encountered one? So, I know it may seem a little strange because I'm not spiritually in touch with a god. However, I do kind of sort of have a vague belief that, like spirits in the afterworld and stuff. I don't know what afterworld, I don't really know what to call it, but just that when people die, that there can be spirits hanging around in the world that we are in, I guess. I think I've only encountered like one experience with that, and I was very young. I did kind of, see a floating head thing frequently in my doorway, and it did scare the absolute piss out of me, and it was never after like a horror movie or something. It was actually just there randomly sometimes and scared the crap out of me. But that's like the only real thing that I can connect to like a spirit or an entity of some sort. I haven't been blessed with enough ghost encounters in my life, but I do believe that there is such a thing. What advice would I give to my teenage self? Definitely just to stop caring what everyone thinks, because I went through a time in my life where I was very self-conscious, very self-conscious of every bit of myself, and I didn't even like myself because I would nitpick, and I didn't like that. Also, I would also tell my younger self to suck it the hell up and finish high school, because I regret not finishing high school. Yeah, that was kind of silly, and I bet you that could be its own little video. So if you want to hear about that, just let me know in the comments. I could probably talk about that for too long to fit in this video. She also asked, do I listen to Bikini Kill? And I will not lie, up until writing this down, I had never listened to them. I'd heard about them from multiple people, but I never really gave them a chance. So while I was writing out all these questions, I turned on a couple CDs of theirs, and I was listening, and I do really like them, but I kind of found that their CDs almost seem like one big song. I didn't notice too much music progression going on through it. I did like the girl's voice for quite some time, and then after I was getting almost finished with the second CD, I was kind of like, okay, I'm getting a little bit on the voice, but I mean, that was just my first time listening, right? I could enjoy it later, who knows? And she also asked, what are some of my fondest memories? That's super duper hard. Definitely all the times I've taken trips over to British Columbia with my family. Those are just, reoccurring fond memories that I have, even to this day with my family. Also, all of the shows that I've gone to with Justin throughout the 2 years that we've been together have been extremely fun, and there's always really good vibes throughout them. If there was a movie about your life, what would it be called? Whoa, this one's so deep. Oh my god. What would be the name of my movie? Maybe it would be called I Rock. Because if you spell my name backwards, Corey, it's I Rock. Minus a K, which, oh well. No, that's not really cool. Maybe I would totally jack my idea of my vlogs and my Instagram bio and call it This is Life Through My Eyes, or even just Life Through My Eyes. I've really been attached to that. I think I wrote that in my bio of my Instagram probably like 4 years ago when I started Instagram, and it's just really stuck with me, and that's kind of why I called my vlogs that. So I feel like vlogging and movies about a life, basically the same thing, right? So maybe Life Through My Eyes or something of the sort. Also, what genre would it be? It would probably be a B-rated movie that's just shot really funny and abstract. Maybe just like, I don't know, genre, hey? It wouldn't be action, that's for sure. Well, maybe, with all the crazy things I do in my life, but, probably just be like one of those touching, emotional movies that make you think, I bet. And would it make me look good or bad? It would make me look human, which we all are, which is good and bad, because everyone, I don't know anyone in the whole world who is all bad or all good. We are all kind of a mesh of all of it, and I would not cut out the bad parts, that's for sure. I wouldn't try and make myself look good. There's no way for that. But no, it would probably make me just look human, you know? Describe your perfect day, sun up to sundown. Well, I would wake up at a decent time, maybe sleep in till like 9. Sleeping in for me is important. And then I'd probably wake up and I would have, you know, like a really extremely exciting shower, like a hot shower. And then I would just like do myself up, head to toe, you know, look gorgeous, banging. Then probably go shopping. Shopping would be great, like to like antique stores or thrift stores or even like Sephora. Oh yeah, and just spend a bunch of money and just like, you know, retail therapy. And then go out to like a really awesome show where all my friends are at, listen to some really good music, and have a lot of drinks and just be merry and come home and have more drinks and eat bad snacks and then super sexy time and then bedtime. And I think that would be just like the perfect day, which sounds like a lot of my days actually, which so a lot of people really want to know about my job, my ideal dream career, my long-term job. I also had a question about if I didn't work in a restaurant, what would be my ideal job, like my dream job, and then my more realistic option. So thank you guys for all your concerns on my workplace and such. One person was actually nice enough to mention my Etsy store and that they would love to see that grow into like a boutique, which holy hell, that would be cool, and that is kind of like my dream ideal job. I would love to create clothing, I guess. Have you guys ever heard of Toxic Vision from this girl named Sharon? She's over in Toronto, I think. She makes like one-of-a-kind pieces, and she's doing well. Like, she can charge like $2,000 for a custom jacket, and damn girl, that's something I would love to do. But I wouldn't want to be like a fashion designer, you know? Like, I wouldn't want to be one of those people that pump out like 4,000 of the same boring basic top and say that I'm creative. Like, no, not my idea of fun. I just kind of, yeah, a boutique would be great, you know, something where I or friends together would get together and just, you know, pump out the designs I have in my head, but not like extreme amounts of them, because nobody likes to have the same clothes as anyone. I mean, come on. More of a realistic option for jobs. Ooh, everything sounds so boring. I cannot think of a more realistic idea. If you had powers, would you be a hero or a villain, and what power would you have? I want to say that I would be a villain so bad because I always love the villains more, and that's awful, but I'm way too friggin' nice to be a villain, which sucks. Why am I upset that I'm a... Oh, okay, yeah, no, I'm too nice. I would use my powers for good and maybe be a little sneaky and use them for bad sometimes. But my power? What would my power be? I don't know, I actually heard a YouTuber talking about this that totally inspired me, and now I really want this power, is to be able to refill things. Yep, refill things. I think it was Beauty Crush who said that, I'm not sure, but just think about the possibilities. You do have a full fridge, a full bank account. You could feed your cats and their tummies would be full. You'd have full hair, you'd have full makeup, and if you ran out of a product, you could just make it full again, and I think it would become extremely helpful. And another power that I think I would love to have, and I think about this so often, is teleportation. I would love that so much. And not the kind of teleportation that the X-Men Nightcrawler had, where like he has to see where he's going to teleport there. I would just want to just whoop, be in another place. You know, that'd be so cool. No flying, no driving, no walking. I often think this on my way home from work. I'm like, God, if I could just teleport, I'd be home by now. So I think I would do that. And then you could just be like in Europe all of a sudden, or like in New York for IMATs, or like wherever you want to be. Ever claim certain characters from movies or shows? Did you claim a Ninja Turtle or X-Men or a character from Batman, etc.? Yes. Oh yes, girl, I did that too. And like I mentioned earlier, Ninja Turtle would definitely be Mikey. My favorite X-Men for basically ever was Storm, because I thought it was so cool that she could just like brew a thunderstorm, and plus her hair is just like, whew, so good. So, yep. And Batman, you know, I'd have to join you on the Poison Ivy aspect. I think she's my favorite of them all. The red hair, the green outfit, it's just, she's working it. I love it. How do you personally dye your hair often and keep it healthy enough to keep on dyeing it? Well, how do I personally dye my hair? It's been a lot of practice, but I just, shake up the stuff and have my gloves, and I just start in the important areas and goop it all over, and then just make sure it's all wet, and then wash it out. I usually get like Justin to check the back and then go on with my day. How do I keep it healthy enough to keep dyeing it? If you're talking about all the colorful hair that I've had in the past year, I hate to break it to you, but I have not been dyeing my hair those colors. I actually have a decently extensive amount of wigs that I've been wearing for like the colorful hair. I just dye it black for the past like year and a bit, so I'm keeping it healthy. Don't really do that very well. The bottoms are still breaky and yucky from all the dyeing I did back when it was red. I'd say probably roughly this much of it grown out is how much that's actually healthy, right to here maybe, from growing fresh new hair, but the rest is chaos. Am I a feminist? And if you would have asked me this a year, like maybe 2-3 years ago, I also had this weird taste in my mouth for that word because of the way that society had strung it out for the world to see as something bad, and back then I probably wouldn't have called myself a feminist, which is awful. It's just awful, and how much I've been enlightened in the past few years, yeah, I'm definitely a feminist. Who the fuck isn't a feminist? If you're not a feminist, fuck you. Because if you don't think that women should just equally have the same rights as you, then get the fuck out of here, please. I mean, honestly, let's just be honest. You came out of a woman's vagina, and you don't think that they deserve rights? There's a problem with that. There's a big problem with that. So yes, yeah, I'm probably a feminist. I could see that. I do believe that we should have equal pay. I believe that we should have equal opportunities. And I would really fucking like to see a female president. What is the craziest hair color style that I've ever had? As far as style goes, I've never really been as adventurous as I would love to be. Color, obviously, was when I had my bright, bright fire truck red hair, and I had that for two years or something like that. And I think that was like the boldest I've ever been. That drew the most attention anyways. But style, I would love to style my hair more, but it's just so frightening. See, even people who are comfortable and crazy still have their little things that they're scared to do. How did you get yourself so confident to be at a place where you don't care what people think about you? Well, I kind of have a video, I'll link it down below, about being confident and how to get confidence. If you've already watched that video and you're still asking me, it's hard to put into words, I won't lie. It is really hard. It's really within yourself. You really have to be self-accepting and self-loving. I'll be honest in saying that when I was younger, I had a lot of help from my sister Terry. Terry was a really big punker back in the day. Bright, spiky blue hair, like clothes like stitched together, like dyed certain colors. You know, basically what I'm going for right now, my inspiration is Terry. And, you know, she didn't give a damn. Not one single damn about what anyone thought about her. And we would go in public, and we both kind of fed off of that negative energy that people were giving off. And you just, like, literally, you just have to take these things that they are saying or looking at you funny, and you gotta use that as fuel. You gotta, like, make it light a fire inside you. Just be like, ha, I'm doing it right, because people don't like it, but I do, you know, and that's just how I do it. The next question is, are you really a living dead girl? No. I have not died yet. Yet. What is your dream lineup at a music festival? Well, since my music taste is really all over the board, it would be a friggin' weird festival, and I don't know, I mean, we'd have, like, people coming from all different, like, stereotypes, and we would just, probably everyone would just get mad at each other and fight because they're all different, and it would suck. But my dream festival lineup, there would have to be more than one, because you have to keep music in genres for that exact reason, because people will butt heads and there will be problems. So I'm actually going to one of my almost dream lineups in July, coming up really soon, and that is the Fire Rock Festival in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It is a street punk festival. There's a lot of great bands going to that one. If you check it out on Facebook, you'll see all the bands that are going, and I like a big portion of them. I do wish I could see some more folky music put into it. I know street punk and folk punk don't really, they're one of those button head things, but there's a lot of bands that I would like to join in with that one, like Days and Days and Broken Bow and Wingnut Dishwashers Union, or anything that Pat the Bunny is playing in at that moment. And then if you were gonna go into like other genres, I would love to see like a huge festival of like The Doors and Led Zeppelin and Pink Floyd would be cool. Just like a really big classic rock, like original Guns N' Roses. So definitely a bunch of different genres going on there. Also, what outfit or makeup would you wear to it? Now that, my friends, is absolutely absurd to ask me in this moment, because I have no idea. If you guys know, I change my makeup and my clothes like way too often. But I'd probably just wear like shorts that are all patched and studded, and like, I don't know, tank top or something, my vest. Yeah, just little things that are me. Makeup, as far as makeup goes, maybe something like this, or I don't know if I'd even wear eyelashes, because it's like a festival. I don't have a mirror to fix them in, so I don't know. It would be really hard to decide in this moment. I would love to know what one of your guilty pleasure songs or artists are, something that we would be super surprised about. Well, I do like really old music. There's a lady, Annette Hanshaw, who her music used to be like back in the 20s, and I do like that kind of stuff, like 20s, 30s, like I don't know, like just not jazz, but maybe like I don't even know the genre back then. Like I'll just show you like a super quick clip. I'm flying high, but I got a feeling I'm falling for nobody else but you. So maybe something like that. I don't know, you guys think that that's weird? I just love it. I listen to it if I'm cleaning, if I'm having a bath, if I'm cooking especially. It gets me like in a really weird housewife jazzy feeling. I don't know. I love it. If you could live anywhere for a year, where would you want to live and why? So, typical answer. I think you guys might think it's a little lame, but I've always really, really friggin' wanted to live in New York. I will not lie, New fucking York would be so good. So good, because it's just, I feel like there's a lot there, you know? There's a lot of different cultures and people, and no one actually gives a damn about what everyone else is doing, you know? They're all so engulfed in their own lives. I feel like as far as fashion and music goes, they're extremely far ahead for their time. I mean, it's not that I've even been there, but from what I hear and what I see, and especially through other YouTubers, it just seems like the place to be. And I don't mind the rush of the city, I don't mind the cars, and I don't mind the busyness. I really don't. It would just be kind of like a whole experience. But, you know, maybe for like a year, and then I'd find a newer, softer place to live. But I just think it would be like the place for us right now, you know, just to like open up a creative outlet for us. What is the last film or TV show that you watched, and what did you think of them? I'm obviously currently in the middle of Orange is the New Black season 3. I have not been binge watching it, so please do not spoil anything. I've been trying my hardest to skip past all these gifs and, you know, things that everyone's spoiling. Super good so far. A last movie I watched was Gone Girl, and holy crap, was that ever like twisty turny. I did not see any of that coming, and holy shit, people are actually like that out there, and that just, whoa, whoa, whoa. Go watch that one. I know it's long, took me 2 days to watch, but whoa. Also, what was the last song I listened to? It was, while I was writing this out, I listened to that Bikini Kill, and I was also listening right after that to Days and Days and Broken Bow's Split CD, which is super good. If you just look up Days and Days Split, it'll come up, and just go to the one that says Broken Bow, and I just love it, love, love, love it. There's a lot of really, really good songs on that one. And favorite bands and musicians at the moment, I was asked by 2 people about that. Now these are ones that I turn on the most frequently. That would be July Talk, Streetlight Manifesto, Zex, Ramshackle Glory, Operation Ivy, Days and Days, Potato Pirates, Whiskey Wagon, and Mischief Brew. Also the Rebel Spell. If you were to have dinner party with any 5 celebrities, alive or dead, who would they be? Johnny Depp. You feel me? Also, recently, I would really love to be at the dinner table with Damien Eccles. I'd love to just talk with him. I know I don't have nearly enough interesting things for him to say to him, but I mean, I would love it. Also, Augustin Burroughs, my favorite author, probably. That's 3. I would really like to get to know Kat Von D. I know that's silly, but I mean, frig, she just does actually seem like a really charismatic, kind person. I know that her TV show didn't make her look out to be that way, but I absolutely believe she is. And The lead singer of Rebel Spell, Todd Sirius, he is passed away now, so I can't ever actually get the time to talk to him, but it would be really cool if he was there. And I actually feel like that group of people would have a lot of really freaking interesting things to talk about, and we would all kind of spark off one another and talk about weird, crazy stuff, and I think it would be really, really cool. What is a beauty product that you really want but can't get for some reason? Well, there's a lot of beauty products that I really want, and my reason for not getting them is that I'm saving up for my festival that I'm going to in July, the Fire Rock Festival. We're saving our pennies for that, so there's a lot of things that I really want that I haven't actually indulged in yet, and a lot of things that haven't even been released to the market yet that I really want. And I guess that would be all of Jeffree Star's liquid lipsticks. Damn, those look awesome. But $18 a pop, I'm not able to get that right now. That's not in my, budget. Also, there's a lot of new Kat Von D stuff coming out that I would absolutely love to try. I can't get the Anastasia Beverly Hills matte lipsticks. I really friggin' want to, but my Sephora only does the eyebrow stuff, which is weird. I mean, I could probably order it online, but once again, out of my budget. Usually lip products. Do you see a trend coming on here? What are some of my favorite makeup brands? Not specific products, but the brands themselves. This one's obvious, but Kat Von D's entire range is on freaking point, guys. Holy shit. Everything in her line so far is exactly what I would put out if I was gonna have a makeup, store, brand, thing. It's exactly what I wanted to see in the world as far as crazy colors go, and it's happening. It's happening. She's doing it. Lush bath products, super into that. I know it's not a makeup, but it is, like a skincare, I suppose. Urban Decay is one that I have tried quite a few times and I've never really failed with it. Oh, frig, Sugar Pill. Buy all the Sugar Pill. It's actually so good. And for, Amy, who started out as like a one-woman show and has never disappointed ever since, that's saying something. So, Sugar Pill. I'm just gonna check and see if there's anything else I can talk about. How do you come up with the ideas for the clothing that you make? Do you start a DIY project and go where it takes you, or do you picture it all in your mind first? Your pieces are super awesome. Adore the vests. Also, what album would you say changed your life, and favorite makeup brands? Holy crap, woman! Okay, so how do I come up with the ideas for the clothing I make? Honestly, I gotta say, some of them I do kind of picture in my mind beforehand. The Barbie necklaces and the Barbie faces, those were ones that I absolutely had like a good image of what I wanted, and then I went for it and did it. It's all just kind of in here, and it just kind of comes out as I find different materials. A lot of the times when I find a vest that I find it in the store, and then I just kind of picture out what I'm gonna do with it, and I do also think about what I have already that I could put into it. That way I don't have to spend more money to put into the piece, so I have to upcharge the price, So a lot of times I'll even use like pieces out of my own closet that I don't use anymore. I'll just cut it up and use the fabric out of it. That way I'm just recycling things and keeping, things inspiring. What album would I have to say changed my life? That would have to be Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon. That one helped me a lot when I was growing up, a lot. Holy crap. I would put it on before bed every night. It would help soothe me, let me sleep. It just kind of put me into a good mind frame when I was going through a lot of like really bad mental problems in my head. It soothed me, it made me happy. It just, I don't know, I feel like that album in itself really saved me, I guess, back in the day when I was actually in need of saving. What was your favorite band as in your childhood? Well, definitely the Pink Floyd, but Guns N' Roses had this like huge part of my life. I had like every single song on my iTunes library. I obsessed with them for so long. It was just, they were like the band for me. Do I like tea or coffee? Definitely coffee. And I don't know who Doro Pesh is, so I don't know if I like them. What do I think about Ronnie James Dio and Ozzy? Well, as far as Black Sabbath goes, I did not like Ronnie in Black Sabbath. I won't lie, it was not my ideal, it was not my piece of cake, and I guess I would much rather Ozzy. Oh my gosh, I think that's it. Thank you so much for all these really cool questions. I know I've just been sitting here for probably an hour answering them, but oh man, it was fun. It was good. I never felt like I was bored at any point, so thank you guys so much for all the awesome questions, and I hope this is entertaining and not too long for you. So take care, guys, and I hope to see you very soon.